So hello out there. This is block summary for the most forgotten fundraising step. And you know how I do it. I'm just going to check Facebook to make sure that we are streaming live. And I actually got a notice that we were. So that is so cool. So before we get started, my name is Sabrina Walker Hernandez, and I am the president and CEO of Supporting World Hope. And I come to you weekly with these blog summaries. I write these blog summaries. You can find them on my website. But I write blogs. You can find them on my website. But I come on and I do these blog summaries because I know that you are a busy nonprofit professional, CEO, executive founder, and you are often overworked, overwhelmed, and have a little bit of time. And so I don't want to add anything to your checklist, but what I do want to do is provide knowledge to you. And so I encourage you to create a mobile university where you can listen to podcasts, videos such as this in your car when you're going from point A to point B, or when you're doing an activity like cooking. So I listen to podcasts when I'm cooking. I listen to podcasts when I'm in my car, again, going from point A to point B. I listen to videos when I am exercising on my treadmill, videos, podcasts, things like that. And so really, I'm just encouraging you to create a mobile university, because I remember being in the seat that you're in, and I was in that seat involved in nonprofits for over 25 years, and time is one of our pain points. Where do you find the time? Because it's so much to do. And so again, creating a mobile university will help you squeeze in some education that will then allow you to learn. And as you learn, you can free up a little bit of time because you feel just a little bit more empowered to do things. So with that, I am going to say again, welcome. This is the blog summary for the most forgotten fundraising step. And so here we go. As with most nonprofits, you have launched your year-end appeal and may have some new donors. My advice is don't take those donors for granted. In this pandemic, those donors saw a need and they responded. You, in turn, need to nurture those donors and ensure they are connected to your cause so they can be retained as a donor. If your organization is one of those who are surviving and in some cases thriving, then you understand the importance of long-term donors. Those who stick with you in the hard times and when you need them the most. So, how do you nurture your donors? Well, you're going to start with a special thank you. Don't simply rely on an automatic response email. I don't even count those. You need to have a board member call the donor to say thank you or send a handwritten note to them. You can even record a video thank you using your cell phone, and you can email that or text that to a donor. It doesn't have to be complicated. There's also a lot of tools that you can use to send an email video. But this will set you apart from the rest of the organization. You want to set your organization apart from the pack, because 65% of first-time donors don't make a second gift. That's what the Penelope Burke's Donor-Centered Research tells us. Donors want something quite simple: a prompt, meaningful thank you letter and communication on how their money was used. That's it. 85% of donors say that would convince them to make a second gift. So, next, send a first-time donor packet. So a couple of weeks after the initial thank you card or handwritten note, send them a welcome packet. and welcome them to your nonprofit family. Thank them again in a personalized letter that has more you than we. The goal is to make the donor feel like the hero. Share with them a one-page fact sheet about your organization, your most recent newsletter, a business card, and a small token gift. Do not include a swag gift like a water bottle or a calendar or anything that seems commercial. Make the gift something that was handmade by a client or something related to your mission. Finally, you should include a call to action like sign up for our newsletter or follow us on social media. Do not ask for money, but you can include a reply envelope for future gifts. Don't forget about your current donors. Make sure you're also recognizing and thanking your current donors. The goal is to retain your donors. It is much harder and more costly to build a new relationship than it is to maintain an existing relationship. Donors have a choice about where they give their money. They're not obligated to give their hard-earned dollars to your organization. Make sure you thank them properly so you can receive a second, a third, and a fourth gift, and even perhaps a legacy gift. So continue saying thank you throughout the year. You need to have an ongoing plan to communicate with your donors. At minimum, you should be sending a monthly e-newsletter that shares your nonprofit impact stories. Based on your donors' preferences, you may also want to send a hard copy newsletter. At least once a year, you can send something by mail. It's more personal, and your donors are more likely to see it. Donors like seeing mid-year reports and annual reports that show the impact of their gifts. And don't forget about your top donors. For your top donors, in addition to everything that I said about the above actions, you should also be sending postcards for Easter, Valentine's, Thanksgiving, etc. Any holidays that are special to your donors. For Christmas, you can send them a card, and then you can hand deliver a Christmas gift. Again, the gift should be handmade by your clients, if possible. Do not send swag. It needs to be a gift that is connected to your mission. Also, make sure your board calls and thanks your top donors at least once a year. The goal is to retain your donors by having a donor-centered plan to say thank you. If you're stuck on ideas, you can download the ebook that I have, 26 Clever and Easy Ways to Thank Your Donors, and you can find that in my VIP resource library on my website at www.supportingworldhope.com. I hope this helps, and I love to hear from you on how you're saying thank you to your donors. Remember, sharing is caring. And remember that your mission deserves to be funded to its fullest potential. Thank you for your time, and see you on our next video.